Good evening, social media, and welcome to this special edition of The Sports Doctor is In. My name is Larry Abels, and I have the pleasure of being on this broadcast with the sports doctor himself, Earl Gogo Rush. How are you, Earl?
I'm doing great, Larry. How about yourself?
All right, pretty good, man. I hope you're beating the heat because it is awfully oppressive here in the nation's capital.
It's
No
hot.
doubt about
It's hot as crap out here. Sure.
it. Okay. And I'm looking forward to a high air conditioning bill because mine has not stopped. But that aside, I think we're going to get together. We wanted to talk a little bit about some goings on since we've ended our last shows a few weeks ago. And one thing that has happened since our last broadcast, there's been quite a few players who have switched teams in the NBA. So I want to get your opinion on some of this information. And I know America wants your opinion because you're the sports doctor. So let's start with the NBA East, okay? Paul George went to the Philadelphia 76ers. Mikal Bridges went to the New York Knicks. Do you think either of those teams, first of all, have they improved? And second, can they push the Boston Celtics next year?
Well, I think both teams have improved. To answer your question, I'm going to be answering your question today. I'm not going to be dancing around the block. Yes, both teams have improved, and I think with Paul George, I think that make on paper, I think that makes Philadelphia the team to beat. The reason why I say it's on paper because we never know what kind of physical shape Embiid will be in. But going by paper, I think the acquisition of Paul George makes Philadelphia the team to beat in the East for sure right now.
So, does Paul George live up? Are you feeling he's really playoff Pete? That's his self-appointed moniker. And I'm not really sure he's lived up to that in the past, but you think this is the right fit for him in Philadelphia?
I think this is the place, again, barring injury. But how can you say barring injury when Embiid because he gets hurt every 3 weeks?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, even when Embiid was hurt during the playoffs, he still played well. But you're absolutely right. It's going to rest on everything's going to depend on Embiid being healthy. Kung Fu, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. And Mike McEady, all right, how you doing, buddy? Long-term friend of mine.
Okay. What's up, Mike? What up? Okay. So, I think Philly looks good on paper. Anthony Paul George, no, he doesn't. I don't know why he calls himself playoff P or whatever, Paul playoff whatever. But no, he does. He have not done anything yet, and he looks shaky sometimes, and sometimes he gets injured as well. But just the addition of him, as I said, if Embiid is healthy, with the addition of Paul George, Philly can do some damage. I think if Embiid is not hurt, I would take Philly over New York. And to be honest with you, I don't know whether you're going to talk about New York or not, but
Hey, Phyllis, how are you?
I'm not impressed. Hey, Phyllis, how you doing? I'm not impressed with who we talk. I'm not impressed with the
New York
as everybody else is. Somehow I'm missing something because it seems like everybody is thinking that they are there. They're number one contenders and all. I'm not seeing it, but
Well, I think with respect to the Knicks, a lot will depend on how well their players mesh together because they were missing what's the left-handed guy? Oh, gosh, I can't even think of his name now. Their forward, they got hurt last year.
Big man.
Yeah. And if he comes back, I can't even think of his name. That's how long he's been out. I think
that's how integral he is to the team. Mitchell Robinson.
No, not Robinson, the forward. Robinson's another one. What's a left-handed guy?
Got to play for Kentucky. Yeah. I know you're talking about.
But they had a lot of injuries and
Randall.
Julius Randle. Yeah. If Randall and all those guys can come together and play, I think they might have a pretty decent team. Now, they're going to miss is Hardison, because I thought he was really like a rebounding machine when they had to go to their bench, and I don't know if they replaced him.
Who Hartenstein?
Yeah. But I think Philadelphia, I've always liked Philadelphia, but Boston looks pretty good. It's been hard.
Hartenstein got rich overnight, boy. That nigga he was making something like $1 million. Now he making about $30 million a year now.
Yeah, OKC.
Wow.
So, speaking of that, why don't we talk about the West? So, in the West, Hartenstein and Caruso went to Oklahoma City, which I think improved their rebounding a little bit, as well as their defense, and they got rid of Giddey. And they already had a pretty good team. Klay Thompson went to Dallas, and DeRozan went to Sacramento. Are any of those changes going to make a difference? Or do you think now I know Oklahoma City was a top-ranked team during the regular season. Do you think they'll stay on top? You think Denver will come back and beat them? Denver didn't do anything this offseason.
I'm surprised that Denver didn't do anything, but again, I'm trying to answer your question today and not dance around the block.
You can go ahead and dance.
Yes, I think Oklahoma will. I think they'll finish top 3 in the West this year. And yes, those trades helped them. All they needed was a thorough big man. The 7-foot guy is all right, but he ain't no gorilla. But he's not gonna hurt you. But you need somebody to go in there and grab some boards and bang somebody, and that's what Hartenstein will do. For sure.
Yeah, they've been missing. I guess Steven Adams has been on their team, but he's been hurt the last couple of years, it seems like, and he hasn't played in the playoffs. So I don't know. What about Klay Thompson going to Dallas? Last year, Dallas was the 5th seed. Do you think they'll move up any? Or they went to the NBA Finals, but as far as overall, do you think there'll be a better team with Klay Thompson?
I don't know whether they'll move up any or not. That division is so crowded with great teams. But I do believe that they are going to the playoffs, and I do think that Klay makes them a better team. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went to the finals. Klay could be the piece that was missing. They just needed another person. They just needed somebody that they could depend on besides Kyrie and Luka.
Well, certainly adding another shooter probably will help them out. I'm thinking they were the 5th seed. They would probably move up to the 4th seed where the Clippers were, because the Clippers didn't add anybody to their team. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Minnesota's the wild card team there. I'm not sure about them. What about
Minnesota?
Yeah, they didn't really add anybody either.
No. They did.
Who did they add?
They added the boy. Like I said, I hadn't heard too much about him before the draft, but I've been watching him ever since they've been talking about him. I can't even remember that guy's name. It was a guard that Minnesota got. They got him from San Antonio.
Oh.
San Antonio let him go.
Yeah, the defense guy can play defense well too.
Yeah, but this guy's quick as a cat. No, they got somebody. Minnesota's gonna have to be reckoned with. I wouldn't be surprised if they're #1 team. I've been watching this guy. This guy is a killer. I don't know why I never heard of him before. I don't know why
they finished a game. They were tied with Denver, a game behind Oklahoma City. So their conference, 1 game separated 3rd place and 1st place. So that was a real tight conference there. What about Denver? Are they going to fall out? They didn't really add anybody.
They lost KPC, who I didn't like anyway. Denver's not going anywhere to answer your question. They'll make the playoff, but they're not killing. No one is afraid of Denver as they were the year before.
I think losing KPC KPCP might be a pretty significant loss for them. And sometimes players like that play certain roles. They also lost the year before. They lost Jeff Green, guys that would come off their bench, and a guy named Brown that could really contribute for them. And KCP is another one of those players. And unless they can replace some guys that can play defense and do a lot of the dirty work, Denver might have a problem. DeRozan going to Sacramento. Does it make a difference?
Nope. So Sacramento needs a big man. Y'all can talk about what the guy's name, left-handed dude.
Sabonis.
Y'all can talk about him all y'all want. That's not going to do it.
Okay.
That's not going to do it. Y'all can put him on the All-Pro team or vote him in the MVP. Y'all can do whatever you want to do. Sabonis ain't the answer.
So let me ask you this. Is Jaylen Brown the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA? I mean, he seems to be one of the best players. He doesn't make any of the all-NBA teams. They have 3 Celtics on the USA basketball team, and he's not one of them. Do you think people just overlook him? What do you think the deal is with him?
For whatever reason, which I can't tell, people just don't like him. He's the best player on the Boston Celtics. He should be on the Olympic team. I have no idea what's going on. Make a long story short, I cannot give you a sensible answer because I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I guess they have a certain chemistry they want to, develop with those players.
Who's picking the players? Because why is Derek White's name even mentioned? I don't understand.
He and Brown, I think, were playing with USA basketball, and they kind of got cut toward the end. But it's people like Kyrie Irving who didn't even get a tryout. And one guy that was playing with USA basketball that seems like he should be there is the Knicks point guard, Brunson.
That's what I'm saying. Who's doing the picking? Why is Derek White name even being picked? That's what I don't understand. I'm just lost. I don't understand.
Okay.
I mean, what I understand is not for me to understand everything. That's what I understand. It's crazy, man. Derek White? Come on.
Well,
I'm not saying anything disparagingly towards you. He couldn't check you when you was playing.
Look, let me back. I'm not even just going to say Derek White. Why wasn't he on the team from the beginning is what I'm really wondering, And it's kind of funny.
Why? Who wasn't on the team?
Brown.
Oh.
I don't know why he wasn't on it. I mean, I'm not going to just say Derek White. It's a whole bunch of people on the team.
I think they don't like him because he's smart or something. I don't know. I don't have a reasonable answer, and I'm not going to make myself look foolish by coming up with one. But I don't.
Well, it's one of these things. If the sports doctor doesn't know, it's truly a mystery.
It's a problem. Something's going on, man. Derek White.
And you know what? This is the first time that Steph Curry has played on the USA team. That's amazing to me. As good as he is, this is his first time playing. So it's back to your statement. Who's picking these teams?
Who knows, man? Who knows? It's crazy. Don't make no sense whatsoever. So, not which team, not would the dream team beat this team that's playing for the Olympics. That's not the question. The question is who has the more talent.
Yeah.
It's 2 different questions.
Yeah.
Who has the more talent, the dream team or the
original dream team,
or this Olympic team? Who has more talent?
Well, I mean, when I look at them for their careers, I had to go to the original dream team. I mean, they had the great players, but the rest of the world wasn't as good back then either.
I think the dream team will win, but I think this team right here has more talent. It's not even thinking about it. This team has more talent than.
Now, I heard Oscar Robertson say the other day, had pros been allowed to play in the 1960s when he played, he said it was him, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, and Bill Russell, and he said they would have beat any of those dream teams. And he make it a point.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Kung Fu.
Talent only gets you so far.
Sometimes it can take you all the way to the championship, Kung Fu.
Kung Fu.
Let's talk about the NFL briefly before we go. Still, even since our last show, there's been speculation about the Cowboys, and they had 3 free agents. They have Dak Prescott, Michael Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb. None of them have been signed. Are any of those players going to be signed to a new contract prior to training camp? And if so, who's going to be the first one?
don't know. They tripping. I would say, I would probably say Parsons because it ain't gonna be Dak, or they would have signed him by now. They let Dak go. They ain't gonna sign Dak, and I don't know. Yeah, to answer your question, Michael Parsons would probably be signed first.
I think it's going to be Lamb. And I think Dak is still under contract one more year, so they're going to probably let him go into the free agency.
Yeah.
If I were to own, I would start over. I guess he's talking about if he was Jerry Jones, he'd start over. Wow, that's interesting. Dallas is one of them towns, though, that, they're not like Washington, which is much to my chagrin. People are patient and they believe in rebuilding. Dallas tries to put a team out there every year. I mean, they don't win it, but they try to win. I don't know about starting over.
My question to Kung Fu is, if he was the owner, he would start over. You got three pieces that any team will want to have, except Dak may be up in the air, but Parsons and Lamb, any team will want to have them. So I don't understand. You're not going to get nobody better than Lamb or Parsons as far as position players. So why would you start over?
Yeah, I respect them. Okay, Mike McEady, we are Mike McEady obviously is a very Commanders fan, real strong Commanders fan. And,
what?
Yes.
Come on, Mike. No better than that, man.
He is. I met him. We were season ticket holders together. We go way back.
Oh, they must be well off if they got money to waste on the Commanders anyway.
Well, no, we used to go to games together. We don't go. Neither one of us go. He stopped going before I did. But,
yeah. Okay.
So you don't think? Here's the question I'm gonna ask you: is Dak one of the top 5?
What'd you say, Larry?
Is Dak one of the top 5 QBs in the NFC?
In the NFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC.
Okay. I remember we had a conversation the other day. We were saying the top 10 in the NFL. So Dallas should probably go ahead and sign him then. Well, maybe they just want to get him at a price. Well, Kung Fu's obviously a fan as well.
Kung Fu, go ahead, Kung Fu. See, look, who are we talking about now? I just blanked out.
Still talking about Dak. And you said he's one of the top 5 in the NFC. I think you're probably right.
In the NFC, yeah.
Yeah, we had this debate the other day about being in the top 10.
Dak Prescott is the number 1 quarterback in the NFC.
In the NFC. And that's not what you told me the other day. I think you told me you like some people better than him.
That was in the league.
Didn't you say Brock Purdy? Did you say Hurts?
I don't think. Did I say that? If you,
I mean, we were kind of throwing names out there, but these are some of the names we were talking about. We had a couple of people in the NFC when we were having it. Certainly, it's a number in the AFC that we were saying.
Dak Prescott, if I said all that, I was drinking or I was tripping. Dak Prescott is the number 1 quarterback in the NFC.
Well, we didn't say, we said top 10 in the league. We will say that. We did, and we talked about the first 4 or 5 all AFC quarterbacks, no doubt about it. Yeah. But then we started getting. You thought Stafford might be as good as him. You remember that? You feel differently today? I thought they were close.
Well, your memory seems to be better than mine. If I said that, I was tripping. Dak Prescott's the quarterback in the NFC.
So Dallas needs to go ahead and take care of him, right?
I didn't say that either. I didn't say that either. No, they should go ahead and take care of him. Why am I going to go ahead and take care of him? He never has won the. He's never even been to a finals. He's never been to a division finals. Why are we going to take care of him? He's not a winner, Larry. He's not. You can't pay somebody who's not a winner unless you're stupid. That can't get it done. But that doesn't mean he's not the top quarterback in the NFC. It just means He can't win.
Let's look at quarterbacks that are getting paid. The guy down in Jacksonville, Lawrence, is getting paid.
Can't go by that. You can't go that by that.
Guy in Cincinnati is getting paid.
The guy in Cincinnati. Let's go by everyone that you named.
Guy in Baltimore is getting paid. The guy in Buffalo is getting paid.
But
none of them have been to the championship game.
It doesn't matter, but they're still better than them. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
they don't have to be. They don't have to go to the championship game to be better than them.
I think Dallas will figure something out. You know, it's a tough situation because I kind of look at him as being like maybe a B+ quarterback. You know, not bad.
Are you serious?
Yeah, B+, maybe an A-.
What's his playoff record? 2-7, and he gets a B+. What the hell? Somebody gets 500?
Oh, I look at more than his playoff record. I'm talking about his overall game. Matter of fact, the game they lost to Green Bay was because of their defense in the playoffs this year. I mean, I can't fault them because they couldn't stop Jordan Love from slicing them up, you know, just outscoring them. But no, I think he's a B+, A- quarterback. He wants A+ money.
This guy's a B. This guy's a B. He gets a B from you, and he's 2-7 in the playoffs.
I look at the regular season too. That's what I look at too. And again, the quarterback doesn't win when your defense doesn't play. I mean, he's had some bad games, no doubt about it, at bad times. I can't. I'm not defending him, but I think he's a decent quarterback. All right, Kung Fu is agreeing with me.
All right, Kung Fu says you're right. So I guess that's been settled.
Okay.
Depending on which way you're looking at it.
Hey, okay. Who's going to win the Rookie of the Year of the WNBA? Is Caitlin Clark a lock, or is Angel Reese close behind her and with enough games to maybe overtake her? Or is it a lock? Caitlin Clark has it all.
My question would be, I don't like to answer questions with the question.
It's okay, man. We can do what we want on the show. This is a sports doctor show.
Why would Angel Reese not win it at this point? If the season ended today, why would Angel Reese not be the Rookie of the Year? That's my question.
Oh, okay. I think it's a close race, but that's why I was posing a question to you.
I don't even think it's close. She set records for consecutive double-doubles. Her team is a step ahead of her in the race. How you gonna give it to the Caitlin Clark when Caitlin Clark's team not even higher up in the division?
They're about like maybe one game apart or something. And
it could be a half a game last. She's still ahead of her.
Okay, so let's talk about a double-double, which is a phony stat anyway. It's fine when you get 10 rebounds. But if you're scoring 10 points, give me a freaking break. So Mike McKinney thinks Clark has played better. Yeah, Clark is certainly averaging more points than her. She's putting the ball in the hoop, no doubt about it.
Okay, Mr. McKinney, why has Caitlin Clark played better? If you're still on there. Well, I don't understand. Why has she played better? Why has she played better? Why is it even close? Because you said double-double the phony stat. Okay.
Well, the 10 points part of it to me is that's kind of like
you got 10 points, you got 10 rebounds, you helped the team.
10 assists, 10 assists and 10 rebounds is actually something to me. 10 points is really like maybe 5 shots.
Oh my
God. Or something like that. And that's why I but it's still. It's a manufactured stat.
So what has Caitlin Clark done?
Oh, she's averaging more points than she is.
What has Caitlin Clark done, though?
She's shooting the ball and putting it in.
She's averaging 13 points. Oh, she's averaging 3 more points than the paltry 10 that you've been talking about.
Yeah. She's averaging 13 points?
Something like that.
I know she got 29 the other night.
What's she averaging?
I'm getting ready to look it up right now. She's averaging almost 17 points.
If you go by the eye test, there's no way, unless there's something wrong with your vision, there's no way you're going to say that Caitlin Clark has outplayed Angel Reese. And it's not even a black or white thing, or this ain't no rivalry thing or nothing. I'm just going by what I'm looking at. You kidding me?
I think it's going to be close. If I look at them, I think it's close. I think it's close between the two. I think the general consensus is that Caitlin Clark has it wrapped up, but I think it's pretty close.
We'll see. If it's close, then we already know that Caitlin Clark will win it because we know how American society is in general. Okay.
How's American society? If it's close, what happens?
Well, I'm not trying to mess up our show. We had a pretty good show, so I'll have to refrain from some of the things that I'm going to say. So I'm just going to stay quiet on that.
Currently, the Sky is a game up on Indiana.
Yeah, I don't care if it's a half a game. She's up on her.
Because, well, I mean, to me, both of them have won 9 games. Indiana's just played more games.
In the standings.
I think that's both teams winning 9 games is a meaningless. I mean, no, Mike. The sports writers vote for it.
Okay. Well, anything close, you know who way it's going to go.
The thing that will bother me if it is not close, that's what it'll be. Something. If either one of them wins it in a close vote, that's how it should be, in my view. If one of them wins by a landslide, then something else. Phyllis is jumping on the sports doctor's bandwagon. Reese has earned it.
Phyllis knows.
Yeah, she sure does. She sure does. She's a very knowledgeable sportswoman.
I think you slipped Kung Fu some money just to come on some show to cause some controversy.
Kung Fu agree with me, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
He's on target tonight. He's on target tonight.
All right.
Some days he agrees with David and people like that. Those are the days I have questions about.
That's what I'm saying. Who hired Kung Fu to come on this show?
I think he actually came on through you. That's really what I think.
Well, you know I ain't got no money, so you know I ain't slip him now.
So maybe he's just giving his honest opinion. That's what it is.
It could be Kung Fu just tripping as usual. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, I think that's all we have for today. Earl, you have something else. Thank everyone for tuning in and commenting. We really appreciate it. This is our special edition of the Sports Doctors, and we probably have another special edition at some point too. But thanks for tuning in. Take care. We're signing off.
All right. Okay, Lai. I'll talk to you, man.
Take care.
Night.